Courtney, how was your April? April showers brought a lot of books, okay? I'm here for the wrap up. I'm gonna try to make this quick. 27 books and 6 readathons. Let's get to it, okay? So the first one is the Magical Readathon, Orilium Spring Semester. My first time participating, okay? So I am Auntie Pooey-teen, y'all. I'm a mind walker and a math magician. Math magician? Yeah, math magician, okay. This means I'm goofy, quirky, accurate, and talkative. I agree with most of that assessments. So I had 3 classes to do, okay? So, let's see. We had the alchemy, which is transmutation circles. For that, I read The One. This sci-fi bad boy was really, really good. You have DNA technology allows people to find their perfect match. I have a dedicated video. I'm gonna link it below. Make sure you check it out. Fun, fun time. Then you have Inscription, which is magical typography, in which I read this little tiny book called The Tusk of Extinction. This was pretty fun. This is also a sci-fi book in which you have this future. Elephants has become extinct, and so scientists have brought back the woolly mammoth, but you know, they're still hunting them and haven't learned their lessons. I was a bit confused for about 30% of the book, and then things started, you know, clicking into place for me. I was just glad the mammoths were able to get a bit of revenge, but worth checking out. And then my last class is Psionics and Divination, Wander in the Dark. So Wander in the Dark was really good. Now this is by Jamada Emil, and he wrote that book, The Black Queen, which was a really, really good time. So on that same vein, this is like a YA suspense thriller about these 2 black teens. They're brothers, and they attend this little ritzy school. And one of the brothers is hanging with this white popular female student, and she winds up being murdered. He claims he did not do it, but of course, you know, people don't believe that. So the other brother starts playing amateur sleuth to find out who actually killed this girl. Now, first off, I wanted to punch almost every single character at this school. They are horrible. Just take my word for it. The major plot line or the major twist that comes in this book really ingrained on me, okay? But I like the juxtaposition between the 2 brothers because they were so different, and I loved all the real world themes about, you know, police injustice, racial tensions, elitism, classism. But really good book, worth checking out for sure. And that is magical realism. I didn't get too involved on all the other stuff. The next readathon I participated in was, let's see, where am I going to go with this? Oh, okay. I have Transgirl April, okay? So I read 3 books. Welcome to Saint Hell, My Trans Teen Adventure. Now, this is a graphic novel, actually part memoir. There's the guy there talking about his experience in, you know, high school and navigating all the loveliness that is high school, feeling like, you know, he is an actual guy trapped in a girl's body. So very unique, very interesting. I loved all the conversations that she and him were both having in real time and in the future with the parents about, you know, who they really are. So really interesting book and unique. And then you have Grease Bats. Okay, this Grease Bats, for one, you have this really crazy shape, and this is a graphic novel as well. To me, this is just a series of disjointed scenarios in the life of these 2 roommates. One's a lesbian, the other is a trans. And I did not like it. And then there is The Dark Side of Light. And this is about a trans woman who is sent to a male prison because of, you know, some sort of identity mix up with the government or whatnot, and is navigating the waters of survival. Now, this book may sound like it would be traumatic, but it is urban fiction and it is juicy, it is sexy, there's a lot of manipulation, and girl is definitely gonna get hers. I really did enjoy this book a lot. And then you have Spring to Adventure, which, by the way, I'm going to link all the hosting channels below, okay? But Spring to Adventure is about adventure books. Now, instead of reading any particular adventure book for that, which I, you know, definitely have quite a number here, I did a recommendation video of choose your own adventure books from childhood. So check that out. I'll link it below. And I also participated in Picture This, which is a picture book readathon. And I have a whole slew of books for that one. I had a good time, okay? I have a total of 15 picture books, okay? I'm not going to go through all of these. I do have a recommendation video, so you will see some that overlap, and then I added some more, okay? So you have The Night Is Yours, which is really pretty. Worm Loves Worm, about finding different love. Mother-kid love. This is about nature. Something beautiful. Finding beauty in many things, including yourself. Being an activist through art. Girl finding her identity and trumping the system. You have a mermaid discovering that, you know, she's being taken advantage of. Learning who your people are. The Dragon Doctor. Bob, not Bob. Kid is sick and wants his mommy. You have a cat interacting with some aliens. You have this about John Lewis preaching to the chickens. Loving your hair and everything that goes with it. And you have Misty Copeland finding her voice in ballet. Oh my gosh, y'all. I had a great time with all of these picture books. And I also participated in Wrestlemania Readathon. What you gonna do when the Hulk comes for you? At least I think it's Hulk, but anyway. Okay, so there are a total of 8 prompts. I definitely did not hit all of them, but here's what I got, okay? So, Book with a Pretty Color for Ric Flair. The Night Is Yours. Beautiful picture books. Short book, Tusks of Extinction. We got a tall book. Ooh, let's see. We got Bob, not Bob. How about that? That's pretty tall. Let's see. Wildfire Rich. Fire on the cover. We got Misty Copeland up in this piece. Oh, and for Hulk Hogan with yellow on the cover, and Mr. Wrestling, Mr. Black and White, we got Mr. Waffles. So I didn't hit 2 of the prompts, so that's not too bad. Not too shabby, I will say that. I'm making a mess on the floor over here, y'all. Last on the list is Nostalgicathon with my girl books with Bonnie, and I got this bingo card. Based off of this, I almost got a bingo in a few different directions and did not hit it. So let's just see what other books that I have still sitting on my pile here, okay? So in my pile that I have left here, we have An Unkindness of Ghost by River Solomon, okay? Now this is a sci-fi book about people that are living on a spaceship, and everybody's divided up into classes and white supremacy rules. So you have this lower class girl who is, you know, of the darker variety, and she has all these privileges because she is the assistant of this, you know, mixed race, white looking doctor. And she endangers herself by trying to go find out what actually happened to her mother. And in the end is going to mean something for the people of this ship as a whole. This was really great world building and also incorporating real world issues. They had like a lot of themes of like racism, elitism, sexuality, identification, and there was a whole lot of comedy that I didn't expect either. I did think there was some plot holes, but overall very entertaining. I'm happy I finally got to this book. It's taken me a while. Then you have Speak. Speak is a regular novel, but I read the graphic version. And you know, this is about a young teen. I think she's in 9th grade or whatnot. And she was assaulted at a party, sexually assaulted, and didn't tell anyone. So she is navigating mentally through that fog and not having spoken up for herself and having to see this perpetrator. This book is like a whole trigger, okay? So definitely if you read this, you know, be warned. But very interesting book in the mind of someone who, you know, has been a victim. Then you have How to Be Eaten. Now this book is very interesting because while it is not a fantasy, it does take fairy tale characters and have them be in a support group where they tell their side of the story and basically judge each other. I thought it was very interesting. It's a psychological suspense type book, but you know, there's some twists in here. Definitely not what I expected, but I did enjoy it nevertheless. And you have some surprising stuff that comes out at the end. What in the world? I'm finding my mail inside of the book. Okay, definitely didn't need that. And you have the eating test. The eating test is about this couple that goes to the woods in this remote spot, and they're participating in the eating test. It's 7 days, 7 questions in order to make your marriage better. And chaos ensues. I thought it was a good plot. It had a lot of suspense and I kept expecting more. Like, what else is gonna happen? And I felt a bit let down. I felt the ending just kind of dragged. But I will say the husband Craig is foul for sure. And I thought that the wife, I mean, it's like you're going to, well, I won't go into details, but she got her own secrets. But overall, I did enjoy it. I just was underwhelmed with what I expected. So take that for what it's worth. Let's see. Okay, the end is in sight, y'all. Okay, so I got this book of The Jungle. Okay, now if you've never heard of The Jungle, it's by Upton Sinclair. It was written like way back when, like what, 1908 or something? I don't know. Anyway, way back in the day. And this is about an immigrant family that comes over to America. They're working in the meat manufacturing industry in Chicago, and it talks about the exploitation of workers and how capitalism rules. This wasn't really what I expected because I remember when I was in high school, and I think it was high school. Anyway, a teacher read some parts of this book and it talked about like a lot of the unsafe practices of the meat packing industry. And I had expected more along that same vein, and that really wasn't what this was. It's more of about this immigrant family and their experiences, the negative experience of coming to America with all this optimism about what's going to happen and your life's going to be great, and you just get bled dry and your life goes off the rails. But you know, it was pretty decent. Oh, this is the graphic version. I don't know if I said that, but there's an actual legit other version. But for a graphic novel, this sucker is heavy and thick too. And lastly, y'all, is Galaxy, the Prettiest Star. Okay, now Galaxy is about a purple alien here who is hiding out on Earth because her planet has been attacked, okay? But she feels like she can't be her true, authentic self, and that is distressing her. And then she meets a little crush, you know, and the girl allows her to, you know, come out as her authentic self, and you know, they have a little romance or whatnot. So it was a good time, you know. I enjoyed it, you know, even with the purple alien running around on Earth and stuff like that. But you know, anyway, the dog was my favorite character. The dog's like a bit of like a robot AI, and he short circuits all the time, so that was a good time. Oh my gosh, y'all, there, I have a big pile on the floor here. The library would not be happy, okay? But anyway, so those are the books that I read. Of all of that, why can I still not have gotten a bingo on here? I have no idea, okay? Anyway, that is it, y'all. I'm gonna go and pick this big pile of books up and return them, okay? So let me know what you have read this month. What's a good book that you would recommend for me, okay? Yeah, that's it. Okay, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.